In this video, we are going to refer back to these notes a lot. Vertex form looks like this form, and general form is set up in this way, where it's just a standard ax squared plus bx plus c quadratic. And then when we talk about standard form, this is the instructions for how we're going to find each of these characteristics. In vertex form, this explains how we're going to. So whenever I slide this back up here, you probably want to have your own copy. And you might want to pause the video if I go too fast to make sure that you understand each part that I'm talking about. The first one that we're going to do, if you'll turn the paper over, is A. This is on the back of the first page, and it's negative x squared plus 6x minus 2. Okay? This is standard form, and whenever you do standard form, you want to find the axis of symmetry first. Okay? So, I'm going to do the axis of symmetry, and just for room, I'm going to do it on this page and then put my answers on the next one. So, to find the axis of symmetry, if you look at your notes, it says to do x equals negative b over 2a. So obviously we need to know what a equals, we need to know what b equals, and we need to know what c is. So a is going to be negative 1. It's the coefficient in front of x squared. B is the coefficient in front of the x term, so 6. And c is the constant, and you have to make sure you check the sign, so c is equal to negative 2. So for the axis of symmetry, where it's x is equal to negative b over 2a, we can actually read this as the opposite of b over 2a. So since 6 starts off as positive 6, since b is positive 6, in this equation, we're going to say negative 6 over 2 times a, which is negative 1. And then you have to simplify this down. This is x equals negative 6 divided by negative 2, and that is x equals 3. So this is your axis of symmetry. I didn't want to do all that work here in the box because you would run out of room. So x equals 3, and I have the work elsewhere. Now, once you find the axis of symmetry, the next thing you find is your vertex. And to find the vertex, you're just going to say whatever you get for your axis of symmetry. So x equals 3. We have to evaluate for this value right here. So x equals 3 comes from the axis of symmetry. And now I have to plug it back into this function, okay? And anywhere that I see an x, I'm going to put a 3. So I come to another x. Instead I write a 3. We're evaluating it for 3, and it's just whatever you get with that value. Now you can use a calculator, but you shouldn't have to use a calculator. And what that would give you is it's going to give you negative 9 plus 18 minus 2. So y is going to equal, this will be 9 minus 2, y will equal 7. So when x is 3, what we just found is y is equal to 7. And this is the vertex. So if you need to watch that stuff again, maybe rewind the video, but just know that you're going to plug in the vertex for whatever you get. Or plug in the axis of symmetry to find the vertex. Now, whatever you get for the vertex really should go in the middle of your table. That'll help you graph it. So when you do the graphing part, put the vertex in the middle of your table. Okay? Now, to find the y-intercept, this is the easy part for this standard form. It's just 0 and c. So you look at whatever the last value is, and that is the y-intercept. So in this question, c is negative 2. So you would just say 0, negative 2. So this is the third thing that you do. Okay? And then you use your calculator to help you with these parts. Okay? You graph your vertex. It's at 3, 7. I'm sorry, that's 8. There's 7. That's not right. 3, 7. Your axis of symmetry is x equals 3. That is a vertical line at x equals 3. Okay, the y-intercept is 0, negative 2. Now, to find this part right here, you don't need your calculator. You just look and you say, okay, well this point at 0, negative 2, this y-intercept, is 3 units away from my axis of symmetry. So I have another point. 1, 2, 3. 3 units on the other side. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's the exact same thing. Okay? So that point is 6, -2. And now you need to find your x-intercepts. I am going to show you how to do that in a different video. Okay? This one I'm going to say use the 0 function on your calculator. Okay, and I'm just going to tell you that, and if you need help finding those exactly, then we're going to look it up in the 0 function of our calculator. For right now, I'm going to tell you that it's about here, and it's about here. Okay, these are approximations. There's my quadratic. Okay, and I'm going to go back and make it solid. I just want to make sure I didn't mess up. Okay, and I'm going to say here, I'm going to put C, other video. Okay, but the way we're doing this right now is you're going to look at your calculator and you're going to determine what these are. It's easier when it's a whole number. And then to graph it, you would just fill in your table if you needed more points, put this in the middle, and then you just draw the curve. But the big point of this video is to be able to find these values right here, and then to be able to draw a curve.